Good morning, afternoon, or evening to all who have come to this channel, to the official Sacred Sensuality. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I am Mademoiselle Sugar, and I want to jump into a reading for my masculines. Masculines, if you could do me a favor, I would really appreciate this. For those of you who are attracted to this channel and you feel that you have a specific question, one question, you may put it in the comment, and by next Saturday I will have that question answered for you. It will be recorded and I will upload it, and you will have the answer to your question next Saturday. I'm trying to understand something that's going on with my masculines, and I really want to know, where is it that you guys are at in your journey. Now, for the feminines who may identify with masculine energy, or you have a question, one question regarding your masculine, you may do so as well. I am taking up to 20 questions, no more than that. One question per person. I'd really appreciate it. I'm just trying to understand something on this journey, and I believe that your questions will help me understand, and I am trying to help you find some clarity and understand as well. All right. So let's jump into this reading. I wanted to see what is happening with the masculines, your current challenges and your opportunities. And masculines, a lot of you, your energy could be scattered. Now, I want you to take this how resonate when it comes to if you are involved with someone. This could be someone else's energy that you may see as scattered, or this reading may resonate more so for. That could be a friend, child, significant other. It doesn't matter. None of my business, but I want you to take it how it resonates, okay? Something, it looks to me as if something is getting ready to happen within the next couple of days, or maybe by Friday, not Friday. Oh my goodness, it could be Friday, but the 13th. I'm saying the 13th for some of you guys. I'm going to touch on the love part really quick. Now, masculines, I feel that some of you could be feeling like you are dealing with someone. I hate using this term, but I'm going to always explain that I use this so that it can help people understand. You're dealing with someone who could be on like a twin flame journey with you. I feel that this person, I don't know exactly, I'm going to look a little bit deeper into what's happening, but this could be a person who has opened your eyes in a spiritual way, opened your spiritual eyes, so to speak, or to help you see what's your true purpose. And typically in that type of union, or even in a separation, the person who we have that very strong ethereal cord to, they do open our eyes spiritually. They help us see things in a different way. So I feel that some of you could be going through that that right now with your significant other or in a connection. There are some, you're in a cycle right now. The cycle is trying to break. The cycle wants to break. The cycle wants to shift. It wants to shift so that you can ascend. I'm seeing that for some of you, you could either be experiencing this now, as a possibility, because this isn't a collective reading. Once again, you take this as a resonate. This could be a possibility that there is some trouble ahead, something unexpected could be happening for some of you guys. In the meantime, with these outside forces, things that are happening behind the scenes that are out of your control could be driving you a little upset. It could be making you very upset. With, masculines, we all know that you guys like to be in control. Anyone, and this is for feminine, sometimes we have to get into our masculine energy as well in order to make something happen, or as we would say in the mid 2000s, make something shake, basically, right? you could be in that type of energy. Like, I want to make something happen, but there's things that are preventing you from making this happen right now. And I feel that there's because there could be some tree in the midst of some trouble, some type of trouble, whether that is in your personal life or your professional life. But this is more like a warning not to do anything right now. Right now is your time to seek clarity. That is the only thing you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be letting right now things unfold. So I feel that for the challenges for some of you masculines is not being able to let things unfold, because some of you could be so used to, having things under control, or you feeling like you have to be, the leader and this and the other. And while there's great and all, you have to remember there's things outside of us that can happen that sometimes we just need to let happen. And I do feel that for those who may try to who may try to interfere, that's when there can be some unexpected events or some trouble that could occur. And I believe that is because you got involved and you were not supposed to. Okay. Just right now is a time for questioning and clarity. That's the only thing you're supposed to be doing. The questioning and the clarity is for something that's expected to either happen within the next couple of days. I got the 13th, the 31st of whatever month. And for some of you, 3 months from now. For those of you, I don't know why I feel the call to say this, but if you're going through a tumultuous divorce, it could be next summer before you see the end of this, or a very complicated child support case, child custody case. It could be ending next summer. So let things unfold in between time, because you are in need of clarity, and you do need to use this time to gather your questions, to try to see what should be your next step. You are supposed to be taking care of yourselves, masculines. I am very big on self-care. I am very big, even more so, on masculines taking care of yourself. Masculines, you tend to not do that. You can't be a hero all the time. You can't control things all the time. Sometimes you just have to either delegate or just simply put it to rest for later. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to keep going all the time. Nothing is good. Nothing will be good. Nothing will come to fruition. Nothing will happen if you are not taking care of yourselves. There's this saying, you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't, you're not no good if you're dead. You're not no good if you're sick. You're not no good if you're in the hospital. So masculines, at this time, not only are you supposed to be seeking clarity and just preparing your questions, and I feel this is more so for your mental and your spiritual, you should also be at this time taking care of yourself. You need to recharge, because these events that are getting ready to unfold that you may not see, you need to have the energy for it. For those of you that have been afraid to start something, you have to understand, if you're trying to start something, you don't know exactly where it is you're supposed to go. You have to start somewhere, right? Now, some masculines can be a little meticulous, a little organized, and I'm calling those masculines those who have a lot of earth placements, right? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgos, right? They tend to look at every little detail of everything, and that you can push your launch date back. You can push your start date back. You're supposed to be starting something soon. In the meantime, because these cards did come out as there's going to be some events that is unfolding, sometimes a simple direction can be just research. Sometimes a simple direction can be just asking the right questions to some people. Hell, asking any question. There's any that's a start. You may not see it at that moment. You may not have the capital or the money to do exactly what it is that you want to do, but those are just starts. However, interference, I'm so sorry, you guys. I've been explaining this in my readings. It's Mercury retrograde. I'm ruled by Mercury, and yes, it affects my speech and my thoughts. But for some of you masculines, it's like you can take a step in any direction because you are supposed to just be gathering and getting clarity right now. Some of you are carrying a very, very heavy burden, and if you haven't, it's going to be revealed to you very soon. You're very determined to complete something, start something, do something. The responsibility could be very, very heavy for you guys. You really want success. Some of you may be trying too hard. Once again, with this 10 of wands here, that's all about burden. Take your time, masculines. This is the time to take care of yourselves. You cannot carry everything. Too much, excuse me, too much responsibility and no rest. That makes you bitter in your older, Lord have mercy, in your older ages, right? With the sun here, this does signify whatever it is that you do plan to start, you will achieve it. Some of you simply, I'm getting this too, because your health kept coming out, even in your opportunity. When I asked that question for opportunities, this is a chance for you right now to take care of your health. A lot of you don't have your vitality as you should be, and that's because you're carrying too many burdens, too much responsibilities. If you can delegate, if you have a partner that is active in your life and they don't mind helping, say something. Now, there are some people who have dynamics in their relationships where they feel like they carry all, the masculine carry all the heavy responsibility, and the feminine just sits there. And while sometimes that's true, you always have to remember something, masculines. And this is for the feminists who may be listening as well. Get you somebody that is capable. Capable. Not only is she capable, she is willing. Not only is she willing, she will actually put it into action. Someone that you can trust and you have the faith in, because what I'm seeing here, you are going to need some assistance with something, whether that's a bill, some bills, something. Yes, do I believe that feminines are goddesses? Absolutely, I'll always believe that. But let me tell you something. If I had a masculine in my life and we just had that great partnership, and he's a great guy to me, he's a great man to me. If he's down, I am going to definitely be the one to lift us all up, right? Case in point, he lost his job. That's not a good feeling. As a woman who has lost her job before, who was laid off before, that's not a good feeling. And I know for a man, that's even worse. Not saying that women don't have it just as bad, but that's even worse because a lot of men pride themselves on their productivity. A lot of men, a lot of masculines, they put their worth into their output. You're more than just your output, masculines. So if you have the right type of partner by your side who is going to be there, she actually gives a damn about you guys' foundation, you guys' legacy, she is going to put forth and become an active partner. So I'm seeing that for some of you, you have the Two of Cups here. You may have someone who is able to do that, and you're just afraid of asking your feminine to do that, or asking your feminine to step up, or to make everything a little bit even. You may feel like if you do, you may disrupt the harmony, but really, honestly, the Two of Cups is also about reciprocity. Sometimes some people do have to stand up. They do have to step up. And I feel that for some of you, if you are involved with a good person, look, there's nothing wrong with that. She just may do so just because she knows and she sees, hey, my masculine is going through a lot here. No matter what that is, maybe I can step in to do something. Maybe I can make his load lighter. even if that is just a simple damn massage. It's as simple as that. You may not want her to ever lift a finger, but she can use those fingers to massage you. Am I correct? Now, she's aware. She could be aware of the pressure that you are under. This is a time right now, if you are involved with someone, look, masculines, with all this red pill bullshit that happens, all of this division of the sexes, I am totally against it, because the goal is legacy. The goal is partnership. Am I correct? The goal is never who makes more, who brings the table, who brings the furniture. Fuck all of that shit. And this is just me keeping it real. You should have a fair partnership. What is she going to do if something happens to you? Do you think you're feminine? Will she be willing to step up? If you were in the hospital today, if something happened to you today, would she be willing to step up? Now, everyone's circumstances are different, and I'm not speaking on behalf of those masculines who have totally dogged their feminines and expect them to do something. Hey, that's your own personal problem, and I do suggest that you seek professional assistance with that. But from what I'm seeing here, your feminines may be ready to help. She knows what's happening, what's going on. She knows how determined you are to succeed. She's aware, for those who have good feminines, that your success is also her success. Let her shine. Let her shine. It is okay for you to take a seat. It is okay. Now, some of you may be trying too hard. You may be trying to get back with a feminine, or get back in some type of partnership, or in a cooperation, because the Two of Cups is all about, it's not all about, it can be about reconciliation as well. That could even be getting back in the good graces of a boss, getting back in the good graces of a wife, a spouse, significant other, ex-wife, a child's mother, whatever. This person just may be willing to cooperate, and I'm feeling the cooperation is a result of knowing that you have had a lot of stress and a lot of burden on you. I think for some of you, they just may be willing to step up and help you. And it's like they see the longer term goal of what you're trying to accomplish. Masculines, what is it that makes you nervous? Because this is coming out twice. What is making you nervous at this moment? I feel that for some of you, whether this is about, and this is your opportunity. Whatever you are nervous about, right? If you just be yourself, if you just follow your heart, follow the logical mind that agrees with the heart, because you know that some masculines, you guys are just purely logical, and that's fine. If your mind and your heart agrees, don't let one talk it out of the other. But if they agree, now is the time to act. Don't let your shyness or you being nervous about an outcome. Being nervous is about living in the future. It's about living in the future. And I feel here too, some of you could be nervous about meeting a feminine. You could be nervous about getting back with a feminine due to some deception that happened between you two. If that's the case, somebody has to work a little bit hard. It's time for somebody to put in the work to convince the other. And I'm not meaning convince in as a manipulation tactic, but convince as in I have really changed. I am sorry for what I've done. And not only that, but let me show you with action, with consistent action, that I have changed. But for some of you, if this is a feminine or getting back with a business partner or something, this is your opportunity to see right through the bullshit. You're going to have an opportunity to see right through it. If you, I don't know how many masculines are, spiritual guys or whatever, but if you just ask the universe, God, source, your ancestors, whoever you may work with, show me the truth. Oh, they're going to show it to you. Because if you don't seek out the truth first, if you don't seek out clarity first, it's going to be a big distraction on every opportunity that you are seeing. And that's when I feel that trouble, that unexpected events are going to happen. Just being, it's almost as if somebody is on borrowed time. If this is a situation where you know that it's not good for you, and you know that this is this could be something where it is, you try to convince yourself that, hey, maybe I'll give it one more try. I'm getting the warning that you should not, whatever that is, whether that is with a person, a past job, or whatever. You have the power right now to get yourself out of, you're going to have an opportunity to get yourself out of whatever it is that you are in. You have the power to manifest right now, masculines. Remember when I said you may have to, write down your questions or whatever? Because your manifestation could be very strong right now. You can also use this time to try to manifest a desired outcome of what you want. Look, you have, it's so many messages that's hitting me right now. Let me get my mind together. Don't feel that you're stuck. There's opportunities that are waiting for you. It's almost as if the universe is waiting for you to say something, waiting for you to ask for intercession. I don't know who this is for. For some of you, you may have to say a prayer or a mantra, something in the morning. I used to have this saying when I was a teenager, when I would get very, very sad or depressed about something. I used to say, joy comes in the morning. And your oracle card here says, when it gets dark, remember that the sun always rises. And while the sun always rises, and that sounds beautiful on paper, right? What are you supposed to be doing in between time? You have the opportunity to get unstuck. Don't be your own captive right now. Now is not the time for you to be. Now is the time for you to set yourself free. I'm really feeling that there's someone that could not be showing you their true colors. I'm also saying here, you have good news that is coming. It's also a time for you to set some realistic goals, for you to be persistent in those goals, for you to, after you take this break, this self-care break that you also desperately need, because many of you are carrying so many burdens and responsibilities. I'm feeling that this is a time for you to like invest in yourself. Um, this could be professionally, this could be on a personal level, like getting a life coach if you're able to, a spiritual coach, or something like that. Set some realistic goals. Be open-minded about those goals. And I found it strange that your challenge is the burdens, getting over the burdens with the 10 of Wands, but then your opportunity is the 9 of Wands. This is reminding me as a time to protect yourself on every level, especially spiritually right now. Being protective of your territory, being precautionary, taking precautionary measures, so to speak. Not necessarily looking at everything as like suspicious, but definitely not taking action until you have solid evidence of something. Protecting yourself, finding your strength again, because yeah, while you were carrying all these burdens, you were ready to lay them down. Now it's time for you to you're fighting for yourself in a way like you're fighting for your peace and your sanity on every level. um this could be a time for many of you. You could have opportunity that is coming up for you to celebrate, an opportunity to reunite with someone. um but once again, it's going back to protecting yourself, not believing everything that you see, not taking everything at face value, allowing things to just happen. But there's some good news that is on its way to you. What that news is, I don't exactly know. I feel that for some of you, it could just simply be about a partnership. For many of you, when you let, and I feel this is true just for the collective in general, not just the masculines, because I told you this is a time for you to get clarity and allow things to happen. It makes sense because we are in Mercury retrograde. Um, your technology may be affected. I know mine is. Your technology may be affected. Slow down, masculines. I'm really been told to tell you guys to slow down with whatever it is that you are doing right now. Don't forget that you're a smart guy. For those of you who have ended up on this channel, if you haven't heard it lately, let me tell you, you got here. Smart people come here. I may not have a huge following yet, but smart people come here. I consider myself smart and intelligent. I consider all of those who come and they follow me, even if you don't follow me, you're pretty smart, you're pretty intelligent. Even if these readings don't resonate with you, you're smart enough and intelligent enough to discern for yourself what makes sense to you, right? But know that there's someone who's very attracted to your intelligence. This could be something that you really had in common or have in common with someone. Oh, I keep getting the warning. The warning is surrounding, it could be surrounding some type of feminine or someone that may have these traits or a old connection. Don't believe everything they say. This is a person who sugarcoats. They like to give you shit and tell you that it's chocolate. It looks sweet. It looks nice. You may not even know. It may be even decorated all nice and pretty, got sprinkles and all that other good shit on it, right? Don't believe anything this person says, especially right now with Mercury retrograde happening right now. Don't believe everything that they say. Also, this is the time, just be careful with what you say, but don't sugarcoat it. If this person has hurt you at some point in time in your life or has given you a setback, this is a time for you to tell them the truth. Hey, I don't think this is not for me. This doesn't work. This didn't work out in the past. I think I should move on. Even though it is Mercury retrograde, we always say, wait until after the retrograde is over to make decisions. But I feel that this person, if this is a person or some type of situation, even if it's a job, it's more than you more than meets the eye. It's a little bit too good to be true. So if you have that feeling that is too good to be true, tap into that intuition. You are probably most likely right. Be in the flow of things, masculines. Once again, going back to not trying to control everything, just letting things happen. When you do that and you just let things flow, do you know you become more powerful that way? And that is because you're saying, it's not necessarily like I surrender because I just expect all things to happen. It is saying that I am not going to put my health in any way, shape, or form on the line for something that is a maybe, is an almost. I'm just going to see what's going to happen first. Now, I'm not saying get lazy and get lackadaisical about your actions. I'm saying that some things really do require you to have a flow um, in life. When you have your flow and you create your flow, you learn to work out of your purpose. Sometimes a masculine's purpose is to sit back and allow things to happen. That may be a very feminine trait because with feminines, we receive. And when you let things flow, you're opening yourself up to receive, right? So I feel that for many of you, that may be just a message for you to balance those masculines and those feminine sides that you have deep within, that power that you have deep within you. There's going to be a lot of little things, especially with this Mercury retrograde, just little shit that you may feel that slows you down. It's very trivial little things like stubbing your toe against the bed, uh, damn near killing yourself over the cat because they want to cross your legs up when you're walking them, something like that. This is a time for you to, because those little things that build up, they build up anger, right? Find a healthy outlet during this time because Mercury, he's not playing, and I should know because my speech has been definitely affected. I don't even want to talk at this point. But in the meantime, this is a time for you to make the most of all the doors that are open for you. Once again, get your clarity, ask the right questions, do your research, do what it is you're supposed to do in this moment, that you may need something for the future that you need to do. Many of you are completing cycles. You're going to be finding your harmony again. You do have the opportunity to find harmony again, to get pleasure again in your life, achieving your goals, being successful. I feel that, this, because you've allowed something to flow, you've allowed things to happen, you're going to be rewarded like with a universal certificate of completion. Like when you break up, when you finally break up with that person who was so bad for you, right? No matter how much you loved them. And then the next person you meet is such a great person. They're like everything you finally want and need. That's like a universal certificate of completion. That's how I take that, right? I see here with the Chariot card, don't give up on your determination. Still be determined because in the end, you will be victorious as long as you keep your ambition. Just don't be so ambitious to where you're self-sacrificing and you're self-sacrificing your health. Keep your courage. And it's okay. I don't know why I'm hearing this too. It's okay to keep track of your achievements and your progress. I think for some of you, for some of us, and at least I know with me sometimes, writing things down that I've accomplished makes me feel so good, especially when I work out. I'm like, oh my goodness, I finally got a chance to finish this workout and complete it without a phone call coming in, without having to do an emergency reading or such and such. I feel very good that I was able to track my progress that way. You can do the same thing. I feel that by doing so, your purpose becomes more clear during this time. Also, for those of you, I get this really strongly with this Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is not just about financial resources and being low on them or running out. It's also about frustration. It's also about self-esteem. It's about loneliness. It's about embarrassment. Masculines, take it all as a test. And once again, something else I hate saying, it is a test. It is a test of your strength right now. It is a test. It's even a test of how generous you can be with your energy at this time, whatever that means for you. So if you've been a little bit too generous with your energy, afraid to charge people what your worth is, let's say you do drywall or something and you're giving someone a discount. We're not doing that anymore. We're charging their asses full price. Full price. If you've got to go out and get the materials and do the labor and drive over there and uh-uh, no, your full worth, your full worth. That is what you're doing from now on. I hope you hear me and I hope you understand me. Do not sell yourself short anymore out of love, because I have here that you could be coming out with this Empress energy, and this is two ways for some of you. You could be coming out with this Empress energy, which is very good. She's very abundant, very creative, and also very generous. She has this sweet energy about her, this loving energy, and that's because she has so much of it. But when you're not in that energy of rationing, and I'm going to use that word with caution, rationing your energy out in a way that it is not depleting you and your own resources, that's when people start to take advantage of you. So for some of you who are not dealing with the feminine, and you have that empress like energy about you, right? That prosperity, that fertility is not just about being able to make a baby or have a baby. That's an abundance of your ideas. That is being able to make nothing out of something. I'm sorry, let me get that right. You see what Mercury just did to me? Making something out of nothing. Don't allow anyone to play on your sensitivity. Um, don't allow anyone to make you underdeveloped or keep you below, because your status, you may not even know this about yourselves, masculine, but your status is a lot more higher than what it is, because if it wasn't, people wouldn't be calling upon you. Am I correct? With the four, oh, let me go back. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. For those who are dealing with the feminine, with this energy coming out the way it is, now, I don't know if this is a past feminine or this is a future. I'm taking for some of you, this is a future feminine. Once you get rid of this, whoever this is that don't know how to tell the truth and is manipulative, you may come across someone with this energy, this Empress energy, this beautiful, beautiful Empress energy. This is someone who is, her potential is unlimited. Her fertility is unlimited. This is a woman who can possibly make you better. So you do have the opportunity to meet someone with this type of energy in the future. I did get a couple of months from now, 3 months from now, a couple of days, and even for some of you next summer. Time is fluid. Of course, everyone is on their own different timeline, so don't take it as solid. However, when you have her, hold on to her because she's worthy. Hold on to her and treat her right. Okay? But you're not possessing her. Never try to possess an empress. That is one of the quickest ways to bring that energy down and for you to lose your abundance and your prosperity. That's a little known secret. A lot of men don't understand. Okay? This is someone worthy of holding on to. This is someone who'll be worthy of investing into. She can have the type of energy that encourages you to be a free spirit, to take risk. She could be the type of person who supports you, doesn't mind supporting you, whether that's moral support, whatever kind of support she gives, she's abundant in it. Don't take advantage of that, fellas. Please don't. I don't want that for anyone. You know, if you find yourself in this type of energy, you don't know what to do with it, and you're cruel and mean, let her go. Let her go be with the person she's supposed to be with, okay? However, for some of you, I'm feeling with this Four of Pentacles, you are to hold on to things that are of value to you. You are of value yourself, okay? It's funny, I got the Five of Pentacles now, I got the Four of Pentacles. Hold on to some of your resources, you guys. Give accordingly, ration accordingly. Especially at this time in this economy, this is not the time to be just free willy-nilly, right? And continue to invest by working hard, but not so hard to where you're hurting yourself and you're killing yourself. But working hard to keep those things, because this is also a card about improving the self and keeping your wealth of knowledge, your wealth just in your monetary wealth in general, things that are very important to you, those investments. This is about holding on to those things in a right type of way. But I'm also being guided to tell some of you masculines, this is a time for you to be free spirited right now. I'm feeling that a lot of you masculines can really use some outdoor activities. For some of you, whether that's a good old-fashioned walk. I'm even seeing some of you who may chop wood. Maybe that's a good thing for you guys to like burn off some excess energy or something like that. I think that will be good for you guys. So, masculines, that is what I'm seeing with your upcoming challenges. See what Mercury does to me. Challenges and your opportunities. I do wish you guys the best. And like I mentioned before, if you like to, I will take up to 20 questions and I will have them answered to you by next week. One question per person, please. And I'll make it into a video and then you can skip to your part. Thank you so much. You guys have yourself a good rest of your day, afternoon, or evening. Have a good one. Bye-bye.